Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Ground Zero Scott back here with Josh McCauley. Josh, take it away for me.
All right, in this match we have RJ Carmona and Paul Troop. RJ is usually a favorite in most of the matches he does play. Paul plays extremely well also. This should be a very, very, very good match. If I had a dog in this fight and I had to pick someone, I would have to pick RJ just because I don't see him lose a lot. But
well, he only placed what, second or third last time?
Yeah, he didn't have a great showing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
I mean, he's only won a lot of tournaments lately.
If you can't win this tournament, I don't even know why you play.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the weakest tournaments of the year. This whole match is going to come down to what's about to happen right now. It's all going to be on the break. Both these players can get out. They both play well. RJ is, without a doubt, a step above, but he's a step above a lot of players. I mean, 128 players in this field. RJ's got to be top 8. And so Paul does break well. He's going to need to break well this entire set. He's also going to need to pick the right balls. This is where pattern play is going to come in very, very heavily. Right, so he looks like he's going to be taking stripes, which I do 100% agree with. They are, well, both balls are the out, but the stripes are a little bit easier. He wants to take the 11, but he doesn't want to run into anything. He has a little slight angle. There you go. That's perfect. He's going to go forward in this. He's going to try and get onto the ball that's on the rail. Hopefully it doesn't bounce out a little too far. And he should be good to go. He's just going to roll this. Roll this in. A little bit of... Oh, he hit that pull too hard. He's got to realize he had an angle from where he was. He overshot it a little bit. He's going to have to kick now. He just called the 15 in the corner. He's going to try and do a one rail kick. If he does not make this ball, I say he's got to get lucky with the safe. And he did get a little lucky. I thought the cue ball went up a little bit farther. Alright, RJ has an open table here. He got absolutely no problem balls. Just going to come out for the 1 right here. Considering the angle he's at, he might take the 7 first. He just hits the ball so cleanly and so smoothly. Walks around the table like he doesn't really ever have any effort in it. Just gets down, smooths it. And he has such a good eye, such a good stroke. I expect him to make this 4 ball. He's either going to spin to the middle of the table, come back and cross once or twice. There you go. He just rolls the 3 ball in. He'll have the 2 ball, and he'll be fine. I don't like trying to play a stop shot here just in case you draw it a little bit. But he doesn't really seem to care about that.
Yeah, he drew it a little bit, but I think he had a little bit more room than what you think.
So smooth. And this is why this run out has been exactly the reason why I think he's gonna pull ahead and win this match, and he's gonna do very well in this tournament. He plays position well. He has a great eye, great stroke, and nothing ever seems to bother him. If he does happen to make a mistake in this match, everybody will see that he'll just go back to his chair, sit down, and then he'll wait for his next opportunity.
Yeah, pretty quiet dude.
Very quiet.
All right, so we talked about the break a little bit last match. How's RJ breaking, you know?
RJ breaks very well. He changes it up sometimes. I know he does like a head ball break, but he does the same thing that Pookie does. He likes to put it to the side. He doesn't put it to the side as much as Pookie, but he puts it to the side and breaks it like 10 ball.
Well, he starts with his cue in a digging position and comes up. A lot of guys do that. I have a hard time with keeping the cue ball controlled doing that.
Yeah, with them it's more of an aiming system. If you look at the shots that he actually shoots during the match, he'll do the same thing. Steve Fleming is
Well, I know he does that, but if you watch a lot of big breakers that don't really look like they necessarily hit the ball as hard, but they have a lot of power behind it. They have that stroke, and they're actually jumping the ball with topspin because they're raising their cue as they come through the ball.
yes.
So anybody just joining us, we're at Bank Shop Bar and Grill in Laurel, Maryland. This is the 2018 Maryland 8-Ball Championship. This is still a first-round match. RJ Carmona versus Paul Troop. This is a race to 6, open till a called shot. You can't win or lose on the break, and you have to call all your shots.
RJ's trying to figure out exactly where he wants to put these balls. I think he wants.
Well, he's got it on 13 now, but he's got to move other balls if he wants to shoot that.
He definitely wanted to come up a little bit higher on that ball. He doesn't want to run into anything. He's one of the players that he does not like to move balls. He wants everything to stay exactly where it is because he has the run out drawn up in his head.
Does the 10 go past the 1 ball?
No. But the 10 does, from where he's at right now, the 10 does go on the side.
Yeah, but the 10's his ball to get it on a 13 right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, he even smiled.
I think he still would have been all right to run into the 13 there. The 8 ball is going to move up a little bit, but he's got the 8 ball in either corner at that point. He's going to push the 10 ball a little further into the table, but he still had the 14 to shoot.
I just like the fact that after he hit that ball, he was trying to draw back again for the 13. He just didn't hit it right. He just smiled at himself, had a little laugh, and now he's trying to figure it out.
He's going to do something good here. He's got to draw into the rail and try and spin back up table. If he spins too long, he might get the 13 in his side. I don't think the 10 goes past the 7 in the side.
No.
But I don't think he can go forward.
I think
even if he gets past the 6, I think he runs into the 3.
I think he can go forward though. I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to try and draw out, but I think he could have gone forward. Or you can always try and go forward that way.
Yeah, when I said go forward, that's not exactly what I was thinking. No jumping, that's a house rule. No massing, that's a house rule. Swerving the ball, as long as you don't go above, you can masse as much as you can as long as you don't go above your shoulder is the general practice here.
All right, so Paul comes to the table. RJ knew right there that he really didn't have anything, and Paul doesn't necessarily have the greatest of leaves to start. But if he shoots to 5, it looks like he's going to run into the 8. You don't want to move that ball just in case.
Well,
oh, he didn't.
Wow,
Hey,
he got away with a little roll there. The 13 actually goes. He might have to draw into the round and bump the 10, but the 13 goes.
oh, 13 goes. Yeah, and even though it looks very, very difficult, I
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it?
It was live.
It
earlier.
was.
Yeah.
If you go on YouTube and look up Ground Zero Scott.
Yeah. Ground Zero Scott.
The events on the big tables, they're streamed by somebody else.
So with that out, it's going to make it 2-0 RJ. It is going to be Paul's break, and Paul right now really needs to come with a really good break. He had an opportunity there, and he missed the first shot. It wasn't the easiest of shots, but it's something I highly expect Paul to not miss again this entire set. Chuck, if you would like us to have a better view of the table in the future, you can always click the donate button or donate to Ground Zero so that we can get better equipment or more equipment so we can have multiple views. This is being held at the Bank Shop Bar and Grill, Laurel, Maryland. At this host location, there are 16 diamond bar tables and 3 diamond 9-foot tables. The diamond 9-foot tables are being used for practice and challenge matches. The 16 are all being used for the tournament. We have a 128 player field here today. Always get a full field, always get a good field. Everything that's run by Loy and Rick Scarlato with On the Hill Productions. They switch off between, we run 3 tournaments a year here at the Bank Shot Bar and Grill and 3 tournaments a year up at Champion and Frederick. Where are you from, Chuck? RJ has put himself in a little bit of a tough spot here. He's still going to be able to make the... Looks like he can still make the 15 in the corner. But he's looking for a shot afterwards. He has a bunch of balls that are surrounding the 6 ball down here in the corner, but everything goes. So it looks like he's going to opt to play a safe here. I don't like it because, I mean, if you're going to safe, I would think you have to kick this ball. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like that. The 3 can be cut in the side. The 1 can be shot all the way up. He gave too many options, and Paul is a good player. He made a mistake last rack, but we all make mistakes. We're not pros, and even the pros make mistakes. So I don't like taking the 1 first, but it's not a bad shot, and he overcut it again. Same pocket that he overcut the 5 ball in.
Yes, I'll take a Jameson Ginger, please. Yeah. Yes, sir. Also that. I'll take a McKellen. Yeah, 18. 25 is not worth the money. 25, no. Way too expensive. I mean, I'll enjoy it if someone buys it. That's if you get it cheap. Yeah.
All right, so RJ's off to the races again. He's just going to follow this 10 ball up, try and put the cue ball almost on the rail down there, just give himself a little bit of an angle. That's going to be perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah.
So, Chuck, what would you like to see better on the table? You mean like more than one camera angle? Or do you just mean zoomed in tighter?
RJ's going to leave himself pretty easy 8, go up 3-0, and it will be his break. when I first started playing Chuck, all we had was Brunswicks. I played at a pool hall that had 32 tables. 28 of them were Brunswick Gold Crown 3s and 1s, I believe. We also had 2 snooker tables and 2 3-cushion tables. But since then, with the evolution of the diamond table, I think diamonds play better than almost everything else. I'm still a huge fan of the old Gabriel bar tables. I don't know why, they've just always been my favorite to play on.
All right, let's see if I can accommodate you here a little bit.
All right, Chuck, we're gonna try and zoom in a little bit more for you. RJ to break. He is up 3-0. And look, he doesn't look like he puts a lot of force in it, but he's very compacted. So, very good break. Unfortunately, he does not make anything. How's that zoom work for you?
So with it zoomed in like that, I know you can see the table a little bit better, but you can't really see any of the shooters while they're pondering their shots, thinking about what they might want to do.
Yeah. Well, you can see the table a little bit better here. I think I would prefer, and most people who are going to watch this later or watch it now would probably prefer to actually be able to see the players as well.
Top Gun. No, Top Gun. Thank you. Apparently, I'm not going to be drinking non-alcoholic beverages.
No, this is the audio interview. So when we're actually talking in front of just
Markley
the laptop,
is.
there'll be a lag. And actually, this
Markley's
means so as
near
we talk,
Valley
we
Forge.
hear,
Right.
Gives me a little bit better audio.
It's not far away from where the Valley Forge convention.
All right. The camera body just lowered the price, $1,700. The lens that's on it, about $900. This is about
So
But you don't have to necessarily get a camera that much. Actually, if you want to go with a cheap setup,
I think you got a Canon.
I'm not 100% sure. I don't think is it a camcorder or is it a
Not a camera.
no, you're not gonna be able to use the 650.
Not for streaming.
I'm not sure which
650 is a.
yeah,
Yeah,
is it point and shoot?
yeah.
Okay. So
It's a SLR. Yeah. That's all it is.
When they're point and shoot level, Canon doesn't have anything with what's called a clean HDMI. So so basically, when they might have an HDMI output, but it's either just for reviewing photos that are on there,
Or download them.
right? So, but if you do video for that, you'll see like all the information for the camera, like the menu settings and stuff like that.
Okay, so RJ's off to the race again. We're talking camera talk and
650D.
other pool
Yeah, no,
halls.
that one definitely won't do it.
This is one thing that I absolutely do love about it. He's so smooth. Right now, he's just going to shoot the 7, run into the 15,
The 80D,
and have a shot on the 6.
all those will.
I don't know.
Now, I don't
She can call
know
me if she has
if the
any
4 ball
issues or
goes.
questions.
All right.
And apparently, he seems very confident that it does.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes. I won my first match.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And I played Russian Kenny next.
I haven't seen.
Oh, he was playing right down here.
Yeah, find the loudest person in the
Yeah,
back.
Right.
Yeah, oh, okay, gotcha. All right, see you guys.
Thank
All
you,
right,
sir.
sir. Oh, Rick Molinaro.
Oh. And you actually admit to being friends with him? All right. That's a great shot by RJ.
All right, so after this rack, I'm going to zoom back out just a little bit, and then we'll have 3 different perspectives, and we'll see which one we think we like best. And anybody else, feel free to speak up. Let me know which view you think best, or you think is best.
Oh, that's such a pretty
That's
shot.
a nice shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing you really could have done different there was try to hold it below the side pocket here and went back and forth, but that's a lot to ask for.
He hit that ball perfect.
Oh yeah,
he,
absolutely.
Every single ball in that run out, he hit exactly where he wanted. I mean, he would like to have been a little bit better on the 8. But all in all, if you ask him, he's going to be extremely happy with that. So it is.
So there's about halfway between where it was before.
3-0?
It's 4-0.
All right.
Yeah, 4-0.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're good. No, I'm just joking about with Rick. I used to shoot at his pool hall, Big Daddy's, which is now right above. Well, it's empty, but he closed down a couple years ago. But the bar that sponsors me and I shoot out of is Bruising Cues. I've known Rick for many years. Met him when he started working. Well, when I started working at Bill and Billy's in Arnold, and then I supported him when he opened up Big Daddy's. So I've known Rick for many a year.
That's kind of a cluster of a break right there.
Yeah, that's It actually it looks like a cluster, except for the 11 ball stripes. Every stripe has a pocket, and the 11 ball can be.
All right, so every stripe has a pocket. Okay, I'm not going to argue with that. But the 10 ball is jacked up. You can't do anything with the 14 till you make the 15. So you still have work. I'm not saying it's not possible to get out there, but you have work and you have places you can run into trouble.
Well, he likes the solids anyway, so it doesn't matter.
That's because you can slam into these pretty hard right here. All right, Chuck, what do you think about that view? Is that a compromise between the two? I guess the 5-3's lined up to where he's comfortable.
Yeah. He knows as long as he just makes the one, puts a little right on this ball. Oh, yeah, puts a little right, comes back out to where about.
He's got to be above this cut. If he goes down too far, it's going to make that ball more difficult. He's a little too hard.
No, he just
Okay.
Yeah, he just wanted to be right past the side pocket. Now he can make this cut. Spin it again with a little bit of left. Holds the 5 and the cue ball down there. And even if he misses it, he takes that pocket with the 3. So he's gold from here. Oh, he's. Ooh. That's why I don't like trying to draw that ball out. Right, so he's going to try and one rail kick this ball in.
And what
he
a
does.
hell of a shot.
That is a great shot.
Wow.
And it is 5-0 with RJ's break.
We'll watch that sequence again.
That was a really, really good shot.
TV shoot just before he breaks the next rack.
What is your name,
Look
sir?
at that shot.
Who used to play with Rick at Bill and Billy's? played partners with them way back. God, RJ just has such a good break. He breaks dry. Paul's going to come to the table, and Paul really needs to start putting something together. He hasn't played bad. He's missed 2 key shots. Ed Gas? No, not Ed Gas. If I remember Bill and Billy's correctly, there were a bunch of Eds. I believe Ed actually owned Bill and Billy's before he sold it to Kurt. There was an Ed
What do you think?
Deska. Ed.
He's gonna. Okay, so this is remember this is open to a called shot.
Yep.
So he called the 4 ball. It was an open table, so he could play the combination 9 to the 4. I think he got away with it that the 9 ball went. I wouldn't have expected the 9 ball to go. I thought it would have hit the bottom rail and came off, but
He hit that ball very, very good, very solid. Now I think he's letting his adrenaline get a little bit ahead of him, and that he's hit that ball a lot harder than he needs to. He just needs to, there you go, spin this ball in, you're fine. Even if you come too far, you have the 6. And you have to come down here anyway, because you have the 6 and the 3. And you can work your way back up. Now, after you shoot the 6, and all you can do is just put a little right on this ball, come back out to the center of the table. I don't like spinning down, because you get blocked.
well, the only thing I don't like about him taking that shot is he didn't even look at it to see where he needed to be. So he may have gotten away and gotten perfect on the 7, though.
I think he did.
Nah, I guess he didn't. He was nah.
I don't.
Well, that's no bueno.
Oh no, he just
Wow.
got good.
Okay.
He just got good. Right, so now would you try and run into the 15 here, or would you just tap this ball out and try and keep the angle? Well, it doesn't matter what we would have done. He just got perfect on it.
I don't think I would have played it that way.
I know for a fact I wouldn't have.
I think depending on it's hard for me to see sitting here how much room there was between the 15-7.
Oh, wow. He Dave Nangled that ball. He overcut it.
I think I probably would have gone straight to the bottom rail and come straight back up and taken the cut on the 7 ball without going to the side rail at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone to the side rail. I would just go on 1 rail and try to run into the 15. If I run into the 7, I'll still be good. So I think I would have tried to run into the 15 there. And speaking of Dave Nangle, if anybody have not or has heard of him, he world trick shot champion in the Math A division, and he can overcut anything, and it's been amazing to watch. It just came back from Vegas with him. We were out there for a league event, and we're very proud of my team out there. And we are actually all represented in here. It was me, James Taylor, Rich Cunningham, Dave Nangle, and we are all here. I know me, Rich, and James Taylor have all won our first round matches, and Dave is now playing his first round match. Oh, it's his first round match.
And this will secure the victory for RJ.
And the thing is, Paul didn't make many mistakes. There are a couple players he'd be able to get away with that stuff with, but RJ is a dark horse to win this tournament. I mean,
he's definitely got it in him.
Oh yeah, he missed 1 ball. If he missed, I think he missed 1 ball. So.
He's certainly playing with complete confidence right now. There's nothing that's going haywire anywhere in his game so far. Well, we'll be back in a few minutes with our next match. Be sure to check out our sponsors. If you do go to any of the sponsor stores or websites and you talk to anybody, make sure you let them know. You let them know that you've seen them online at the Maryland 8 Ball Championship. We'll be back in a few minutes.